Even though Ordeal Call 2 did not quite give me exactly who I wanted, aka Protogil, we did get a lot of great servants of heroic spirits we are already familiar with. Not only did we get a new Hassan, but we also got Marie Antoinette Altar, which a lot of people and a very specific person was waiting for. But we also got a sort of long-awaited, long-hinted new Edmond Dantes. Now, obviously, his name, as shown here, is not Edmond Dantes. He goes by the Count of Monte Cristo, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to call him Dantes for simplicity's sake. And we basically got 3 new versions of servants we already were associated with. Hassan not so much, but the other 2 definitely. So I want to ask you guys, is there any servant, any heroic spirit, any character that we are already predisposed to that you want to see another class of, another version of? Whether that be an altar or a completely new variant, maybe a younger version, older version. Obviously, I wanted Protogil. That's not going to happen today. But let me know who you guys want to see in the future. Now, I am going to be rolling for Monte Cristo or the new Dantes because, to be honest, his design is absolutely insane. His animations, his skills, his Noble Phantasm is crazy good. At least it was good in Ordeal Call. Maybe it's not that great in actual practicality. Of course, there's also the new 4-star Cagliostro, but I'll be honest, I know a lot of people were excited for him, but I'm just really excited to see my boy Dantes have this new form. And if you didn't know, I've loved Dantes since before he got all those buffs, before the quick meta, before his animation update, back when he was considered one of the worst 5-stars in the game. I'm sure a lot of you newer players are probably like baffled by that statement, like, what? He's such a good servant right now. Back then, he was considered one of the worst, and I loved him then just almost purely because of his design. But his lore and his character just hard carries as well. And seeing him get a new form, I'm just excited to roll for. He just looks amazing. So I'm only going to use 120 quartz. I don't want to use all 1,000 of my quartz just because I still have hope that maybe somewhere in the near future we will get that Protogil that I want. But alas, that day is not today. So I don't want to go below 1,000. I just want to use a decent amount to see if I'm able to snag a copy. Just one would be great, but we'll see. A 5-star Avenger, his NP is absolutely cracked. If you're able to spam it out, he stuns the enemy. Obviously, he's not meant for farming or AoE, stuff, but for single target boss fights, I could see him being really good, at least based on how we used him and how he was portrayed in Ordeal Call 2. Again, a lot of times when a servant seems really good in a chapter or really good in an event, it's happened time and time again in the past. A lot of times, they're probably not that great in like normal day-to-day boss fights or farming. But again, just like with normal Dantes, I liked him and I wanted him even when he was trash. And the same thing is going to be true with Monte Cristo over here. His new variant, his new version. And I just got Kaleidoscope. I know I wasn't hyped for that, but if you know how many Kaleidoscopes I have max limit broken in JP, you would be like, damn. I don't blame you for not being surprised, because honestly, Kaleidoscopes just keep coming to me. I'll be honest, I think Cagliostro is a pretender class. I was going to say I don't remember his class, but I just remembered it. So if we see a pretender, chances are it could be him. But obviously, I'm trying to see that gold Avenger, you know what I'm saying? I believe my only single target Avenger currently is Jalter. I think, no, actually, no, I'm lying. I have Jalter and Ushi Altar or Taida. And I don't have an issue with either of them necessarily, especially since Jalter finally got her animation update, which just makes using her a lot more fun. Obviously, animation updates are just like cosmetics, but sometimes just having good animations, that goes a long way. And they gave her a buff recently, a 50% battery. I mean, it's a basic buff. It's kind of redundant at this point. Servants getting 50% batteries, but honestly, with a servant like Jalter, she needed a battery because she's always been a great servant since the beginning. One of the best crit servants in the game. That's never changed, but of course over the years, if you don't have a battery in this day and age, which again is a little bit redundant because now everybody has their battery, right? But that's just kind of how the game works, unfortunately. Maybe someday the game will evolve to a point where relying on 50% batteries or 30% batteries or NPs just in general won't be as, frequent, I guess. Won't be as relied upon. But But I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna complain about a battery for John Alter. And of course, normal John also got a buff, making her a pretty decent art support servant. I mean, she was already good budget, but of course, if you have Castoria, and you could even argue Merlin, who's more buster oriented, of course, but his second skill literally does what John's NP does, albeit, you know, slightly different. You know, John does heals and whatnot, but besides the point, John was kind of, you know, kind of left at the wayside, despite how popular she is, despite how old she is. But now with her buff, she's, as a budget, I wouldn't say budget, she's a 5-star. In the end of the day, she's a 5-star. But as a 5-star arts support, she's a lot better now, for sure. So very good buffs, simple buffs too, for both Johns. So you love to see it. Animation updates are back. We are getting buffs. We are getting S-tier designs. I mean, that's never left, really. We've always been getting like S-tier designs from all these artists, and Dantes is no different. Of course, Maria Alter is no different. Even Hassan is like, I like Hassan's design a lot. Looks really cool. Cagliostro, again, I said this earlier. A lot of people were excited for him. I don't really care for him. I don't know if that's changed with anybody after the chapters come out, but a lot of people were very, you know, excited for him. And more power to you guys. I'm just a nostalgia junkie, I guess. I love seeing Maria Alter. I love seeing a new Dantes, even a new Hassan. And I know all the Hassans are technically different, but seeing a new Hassan is kind of crazy nowadays. We haven't gotten a new Hassan in a long time. I think last one was King Hassan, literally. So unfortunately, it doesn't look like I'm getting anything. I haven't gotten anything at all. So I am going to stop at 120 quartz. And good luck to you guys. I should have said that at the beginning, but good luck to you guys if you guys are going to be rolling. If you have already tried, hopefully you got the servants. Because obviously none of us want to roll and not get somebody, you know. Especially if you're one of those guys who were excited for Cagliostro. Hopefully you got him. He is just a 4-star, so... but like right now, I'll probably get him right now. After saying I don't really care about him. But, you know, just to prove a point. Yeah, of course. Unless it's Tilloch. No. Damn, he's kind of built for real, though. Now, I gotta give him his flowers. I gotta give him respect. He built. He's definitely built. So, we did come out with the new 4-star Cagliostro. So, who knows? Maybe I'll grow to like him. I'm just kind of indifferent. Maybe I'll get the hype if I read the story or read his, you know, lore, his real life stuff. But as of right now, it's just kind of like, okay, he's cool, I suppose. When we fought him, didn't really click with me a little bit. I know we had a chance of using him, so maybe I just have to use him to really understand, maybe. But cool. We at least came out with the new 4-star Pretender. Been getting a decent amount of Pretenders lately, which is always nice. Nice to get more extra class servants. Speaking of extra class, fortunately no Avengers, but I did get this man. How you doing, dog? You're you're kind of dripping. Can't tell if your arms are like a skin tight suit or like your skin is just gray like that. Actually, I'm looking at your hands. It's definitely something skin tight. All right, nice and short and sweet. Okay, last roll. And then I am out of here, so wish me luck, guys. I mean, this is obviously a video, so whether I get him or not, you probably already skipped ahead and probably already saw it. But hope you guys are doing well. Hopefully you guys got who you wanted. And of course, if you haven't already, you know, hit that subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know a servant you want to see a new version of, a new class of, a new design of. Because that's always exciting. For me at this point, like I said earlier, I'm a nostalgia junkie, like especially after like 9 years of playing Fate Grand Order. Yeah, it's cool seeing new faces. That's always nice to see fresh new faces, like the Cuckoo Khans and the Tillalogs. Basically Lostbelt 7 servants. But I do love seeing either characters like NPC characters or beasts come back as playable servants, like Tiamat, of course. But you know, new versions of characters we're already accustomed to, like outside of summer and swimsuit servants. It's just nice to see that. Nice to see a character get a new, I guess, breath of fresh air, I suppose. Just reinvigorates whatever love I like for that character, or love I already have for that character. That, or it makes me like them just straight up. Maybe I didn't like them before, but then the new version makes me like the original version. Kind of like with Arjuna Alter. I was always indifferent with normal Arjuna. Then Arjuna Alter came out, and like he's such a badass. I was like, okay, let me look at normal Arjuna. And nowadays, I feel like Arjuna Alter stole his spotlight. Normal Arjuna, but that's kind of Arjuna's entire life. You know, Karna steals the spotlight all the time, and now his Alter version steals the spotlight. So shout out to Arjuna fans out there. You guys are real ones for sticking by him. Feel like he's got the short end of the stick since day one, arguably. But yeah, like the video if you, okay, so I did a little skip. So like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, and comment down below. Let me know another servant, another heroic spirit you want to see another version of. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.